Banisher listeners, we are about to record our 10th episode of the program, and we've got some cool news. We are just 1 week away from being on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so there will be plenty of ways to listen moving forward. It's already been an awesome ride, but we are just getting started, and we want everyone on board. So follow along and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. We appreciate all the support. I cannot say that enough. Anyways, we are going to be talking about a lot on today's show. Looks like it's going to be a rocky road for LIV moving forward after it was announced that the Saudi fund pulled their funding and they're going to do it after the 2026 season. There was a lot of action last week with Banner Breakdown. So we're going to go over that segment. I may not be the only person out anymore. We'll see. And then we're going to take a break and bring on Brandon to discuss NBA playoffs, would you rather, and our draft. No Paul this week, but we got Ryan and Aaron. So boys, let's bring them on and get started.
Hey,
how's everyone doing?
What's up, man? It's good to be with y'all. I'm hyped, man. Like, I'm ready to jump into this thing because I was checking it out today and I was listening to the Braves game, and the Braves are absolutely killing it. They are off to their best start in the modern era. So since 1900, 25-10, 15 games over 500 already. Like, that's absurd. And like, it's got me kind of like, baseball again.
Well, I did somewhat notice what the Braves were doing, but I've been following along, watching the Dodgers because on the couple episodes ago, an MLB insider told me that this season we should basically write it off because Dodgers are gonna what did he say?
Break the all-time win record.
Break the all-time win record. They're still winning their division, but it's way closer than I thought. And actually looking kind of throughout the whole MLB, it's just, it actually seems like a decently competitive season. I mean, Granted, we're only 35 games in right now. So it's a little early to get excited, but not the showing that I thought we were going to get from the Dodgers. I think, Ryan, are you on mute? Yeah, he is on mute.
No, we got to get
Sorry, everyone. Sorry. No, I was going to say, yeah, my Mariners, I mean, they were second in the the odds for taking the World Series, and we are 16-19. We just got swept by the Kansas City Royals at home. So I'm feeling a certain type of way about baseball right now, but it's a long season, so
it is a long season.
Yeah, what are
you got the Braves coming to town?
Yeah, and Kansas City's a terrible team. Like, we should not have gotten swept by them, so that was disappointing. But my futures I did one future, which was an exacta for the AL West, which was
that's right.
Mariners 1, and then the A's 2, which if the Mariners were keeping up their end of the bargain, that wouldn't be a bad look right now. But because the A's are actually not doing bad. They're leading the AL.
They
West,
are.
Right?
They're leading over the Rangers. I know that. I think it's, let me see.
Yeah, they're up by
1.5 games. Yeah. Yep. Astros aren't doing too great, which is an awesome thing to hear in Dallas. We do not like the Astros.
Poor Astros.
Yeah,
I was surprised to see the Angels. They're terrible, but I drove by their stadium today and they had an afternoon game. And they had the parking lot was packed. People were tailgating for it like they were a championship team. So that was kind of funny to see because they're a terrible team. But
what about the Red Sox? So I listened to a podcast where the hosts are from the Northeast and are Red Sox fans, and they were kind of talking about this last year that they weren't going to be that good. But Red Sox fans, Yankee fans, they're all kind of insufferable. So you never take anything they say seriously, but
Boston's actually terrible.
Yeah, are they the worst?
Yeah, but like, what about the Orioles, man? Like that was, I know this is last week or whatever, but like when they played and it was like 17-1, like I looked at that and I legitimately watched them hit like 3 home runs off a pitcher who I thought was throwing batting practice in the middle of a major league game. Like, what was that? That's crazy. And I know the Braves have been out here killing people, but
that's crazy. Their lineup should be smashing, but
I mean, in the next couple of weeks, baseball is going to be basically all we're talking about. Let's let's move on though. I've got an overreaction. Kind of said it in the intro, but LIV is losing their funding from the Saudis after the 2026 season, which we've talked about LIV and PGA Tour a lot on this podcast. After the Masters performance, do you guys think that tilted the scales a little bit? If one of the LIV guys wins the Masters, do they pull their funding?
No.
Dude, it's hard to know. It's hard to know because this decision has been in the works. I think that might have been the nail in the coffin, but I think they were still on life support even if they win the Masters. Because you're looking at that kind of funding. I mean, they have infinite money. I don't understand why, but
they have infinite money. They have $1 trillion, I think, or 900 and I've seen different reports, but somewhere around $1 trillion, which $5 billion is still 5% of. I mean, they put $5 billion into LIV, from what I can understand. Yeah. But the money wasn't guaranteed. So, like, what does LIV look like now? Is it over after 2026? I'm going to say.
Well, that's my question. Yeah. Is some billionaire going to come in and see this as an opportunity to like keep it alive, or is it just dead?
I think it's okay. Best case scenario, they turn into the what's the baseball league that is
the
like
Savannah Bananas?
The Savannah Bananas.
That's their best case scenario.
I think so too. Bananas. I honestly think that like indoor simulator league for golf is more entertaining because it's totally
I feel like there's
different.
so many billionaires. There's so many billionaires that just want to get their hands in some type of sport. Like, I feel like, I mean,
but typically billionaires are billionaires for a reason.
But here's the thing too. It took $5 billion to make it last, 5, 6 years, 7 years, however long it's been going on. And without that, so even if you have a billionaire, they'd have to be worth hundreds of billions to invest anything close to this kind of money to keep it going. One. Mm-hmm. Two, with this like rocky road, Bryson's going to leave. So is Rahm. Probably Cam Smith. Anybody else who's still expected to get paid a ton of money, if they have a road back to the PGA Tour, they're probably going to go back. The only people I see staying that have a name are like your, what's his name? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Old school Ryder Cup villain for, I actually love him and I just completely can't think of his name. Like I feel like Adam Scott's taken on, or not Adam Scott. Justin Rose is taking on this role now. Who am I thinking of? Okay, I'm gonna look this up. But like you're like kind of your old like Garcia, kind of your older stars that really don't have a path to make a lot of money on the PGA Tour. They may stay if there is some road back, but any of the big names that they got, they're gone. If there's no guarantee that they're going to get paid, there's no way they're going to stay. So if LIV continues and if they pull funding from private equity or some guy trying to take over, I feel like the best case scenario for them to be successful has already passed. So I mean, unless
there was no ROI there. Like that's the
if they were going to be
problem,
successful,
right?
they would have already hit that.
But here's the thing: like we're 5 weeks ago, y'all are talking about LIV becoming more relevant and like competitive with the PGA Tour. Then the Masters happens and everybody's out. So like, it's interesting to me as like LIV was always a sideshow, in my opinion. I never viewed it as anything but that. And so there's still money to be made in that if it's handled correctly. But like when you're throwing out $5 billion and you don't have massive TV contracts coming back in or streaming contracts coming back in to fill that void, like sure, you can have $1 trillion and have infinite money and you're not going to miss $5 billion. Like they're not. The Saudis aren't going to miss $5 billion. No. But at the same time, the league falls apart because like, okay, I'm going to put $5 billion in because it's a toy. But if you're a billionaire or more, you're that way because you're intelligent for the most part. And you have to be able to manage that money to some extent. And if you can't just hemorrhage $5 billion or $1 billion a year, essentially is what LIV has cost.
No. Well, okay. First of all, guy I was thinking of is Ian Poulter, which I'm embarrassed that I forgot that because I love Ian Poulter. But yes, someone like him may stay. The thing is, though, I don't think the Saudis ever expected this to be incredibly profitable. I think they did this because they wanted to soften their image and maybe increase tourism or, with all the other stuff, I mean, we don't have to get into that. That's been dissected to death, 5 years ago. But yeah, the only way I see them surviving is if they downsize substantially, and maybe they become, like I said, either a little bit of a sideshow, because the reality is, Aaron, they were a sideshow, yes, but they were a sideshow that were taking major names from the PGA Tour. They were disrupting the industry. They have changed the industry, and maybe in a good way, if everybody ends up coming back together, players are getting paid more. The PGA Tour was raking in all this money and not. And clearly they had more money to give the players because they made a lot of changes after LIV was introduced and these players were threatening to leave. So there might be some good that came out of this, but the only way they stay alive is, like I said, they have to rework their model, probably downsize substantially, and best case scenario, they are a somewhat fun micro tour that somebody could go to if they aren't able to make it onto the PGA Tour. That's the only, or you, like I said, or some old retired like John Daly could join or something like that. Just a big name that wants to make a little extra money and stay relevant. Outside of that, I think they're fried.
I mean, it's just got to be a gimmick, right? It's got to be the sideshow. You can lean into that and be fine. Is that what you want or not? But like you talk about the $5 billion, they didn't care if they ever made it back. I mean, I think that's probably far-fetched talking point, because even if you're a trillionaire, $5 billion still matters to you at some level. And like, you don't necessarily expect it to immediately pay dividends. And maybe they were making money off of other aspects of softening their image, like you said, but like, it's still a $5 billion investment. And
I think that was a lot of it.
Like, that's the issue, right? Like it's $1 billion a year. You've got to see that money come back, not necessarily through LIV, but you have to see that money come back somewhere, or people aren't going to be happy, because other investments are going up for more people. It's at that point you have infinite money, but like, where do you fall in the stack? And if you are starting to lose some status in the stack, that's not a good look. And so you're not going to, when you have that much money, there's no point in money other than to say you have more of it than somebody else. So I think
a lot of it was a marketing campaigin for Saudi Arabia, honestly.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. But did they $5 billion
marketing campaign?
I mean, just because to make
it came. I mean, LIV came about right when they started getting their hands into everything, like being the main sponsor of UFC and things like that. Like, they were getting their hands in everything, and I think it was like the Riyadh season, or however you pronounce it. Like, they do a whole tour now of like events. They did that big comedy show that everyone was getting blasted for. Like, they have a huge festival for, I feel like, trying to get tourism to that area. And I think LIV was a part of that to kind of, like soften the blow there, soften the image. So I could definitely see that.
Plus there's, FU money. And to me, this was the greatest display of FU money I've ever seen, because if DeChambeau or Rahm wins the Masters and it creates more buzz and drama and everything around, the PGA Tour not having the best players, I think there's a pride element to it where they stay on. Maybe it's not forever, but maybe it's for another year. But I think they had a horrible showing at the Masters, and I could see that just being, like you said, the straw that broke the camel's back, and had them pulled out. All right, two things. One, I think it is almost a guarantee that Rahm and DeChambeau pull out at the end of this year.
For sure.
And if that happens, LIV staying on, or LIV continuing in any capacity, or shutting down, what do you think? If you had to pick one of those two options.
Shutting down. I think if you lose the most notable guys, which is what's going to happen for sure. Like, if that funding's not there, then they all ran for the bag. If the bag's not there, or it's going to be considerably smaller, I feel like everyone's just going to jump back to the PGA.
Yeah, I can't wait to see their reasoning for wanting to come back, other than the money. Why they left, they wanted to change golf, this and that. Yeah. We're going to hear a lot of like, it's LIV served its purpose. Players are getting paid more, which is true. But I can't wait to see, and I'm interested to see how the PGA Tour is going to allow it, because I don't know that they're all going to get the same path that Brooks Koepka got. I think he's still, maybe he saw the writing on the wall, probably did, but he's one player. What's his name? Didn't even, he's, oh man, I'm losing today. I'm forgetting everybody's name, but Captain America, the building sandcastles golfer, Patrick Reed. You know, he's grinding out on the Asian tour. I mean, he still has status and everything, but those two are going to have a different path back, in my opinion, than if we get in just an onslaught of different players. And then there's that guy that came out of college from Michael DeSasso who signed with them. I wonder what happens there, because that kid's a stud. And I wonder if he can retract his offer if the money's just not going to be there. But it sucks. I mean, that's the risk you take, though. And I 100% think if those guys pull, I don't see people just wanting to dump money into it unless, like I said, they seriously downsize and make it like just they try to go after the entertainment part of golf, because golf is blowing up. So there are avenues to make it good. But LIV is always going to have this, like, you'd seriously be better off starting something new with a different message than trying to bring LIV back, because I think it's got such a negative connotation to it that I don't see it surviving at all. But
with it.
Yeah. Am I happy about it though? Yeah, because all the best players will be back together. It is better for the game of golf. And if they want to be a micro league and have a way for players to get to the PGA Tour, that's fine. But as long as you're not taking like top talent like Rahm and Shambo. So we'll see. All right. Moving on, Ryan, what do you got?
I am going to touch on the 76 Celtics, that matchup. They were up, Celtics were up 3-1 in the series. I think if you would have asked me a week ago who's going to the championship, I would have said the Celtics. They looked unstoppable, and they were just absolutely crushing the 76ers. No one thought it was going to go to a game 7. It did, and 76ers basically blew out the Celtics. It was a 20 or 18 point game, and they came back and made it a closer game in the fourth, but they got blown out. Maxey and Embiid, first duo with 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in a game 7. So they're humming. And I think they're the team to watch out for. That Knicks series is going to probably be insane, because they hate like Sixers and Knicks. I feel like that's a pretty good rivalry. They hate each other. So
I want to talk NBA playoffs.
We can dive in later.
But the Hawks game, I just want to just briefly touch on that. Did anybody watch that game?
What game? The Hawks didn't even show up for that. That was pitiful.
I mean, I thought it was a joke.
I drove from Phoenix to LA. I got into the hotel bar, and it was on TV, and it was 72 to like 22. And I was like, I asked the bartender, is this a real game going on right now? And he's like, yeah, this is insane. So I thought it was a joke. I've been getting spammed on Instagram with a lot of like, NFL news. Like I saw one that Russell Wilson's retiring, and it looked legitimate. So I was like, I mean, it makes sense, whatever, but that was fake. I've been seeing a bunch of stuff. I don't know what's going on, but
everywhere.
Fake NFL news is all over the place. So I saw that. I was like up by 50 in the first half or something like that. And I thought it was a joke. I wasn't watching it. And then I turned it on just to see, but they kind of just kept it going after that. Like they didn't really increase the lead anymore. So I need to go back and watch the beginning of that game and see how that happened, because it makes sense. I don't think the Hawks had any business.
Nothing. That doesn't make sense anywhere.
No, it doesn't make sense. Not the blowout. It makes sense that the Hawks lost, because I think the Knicks were better than the Hawks. But to lose like that, I mean, God, how does that? I've never seen that in a playoff game ever. I've never ever seen that. I've seen some blowouts. That's insane.
I want to touch on one thing with the Knicks. I mean, not the Knicks, the Celtics and Philly, because I saw this, and I don't know if you guys saw this or not. I saw a video of a fan of the Celtics jumping a 76ers fan after the game. This like full on going. I'm like, wait, Boston pulled a Philly here. Like, I mean, he absolutely just went nuts on this guy. Like, and I was just like, I don't get it. Like, I love sports. I am super into, like, if the Falcons, like, I didn't even, even after 28-3.
Aaron, you don't get it. Like, I get you wouldn't do it, but could you imagine being in that, like, especially if there's, alcohol involved?
I can't imagine caring about something so much to go to jail over somebody playing a game. It doesn't make sense to me. Because, like, you have to step back for a quarter of a second. That's all it takes, is getting your right mind for just a blink. Like, are you mad? Are you frustrated? Or whatever. But the dude was just wearing a jersey and his team won. Awesome. Fantastic. He didn't deserve what happened to him. And you shouldn't. Well, I just don't get it. I don't understand how people can be so stupid.
Oh, every crime that, not every crime, 95% of crimes that are committed, you could use the same logic. I get what you're saying, but I completely understand how that happened. If I'm sitting there and my team is up 3-1 and we're in a game 7 and we lose, that would be miserable. That would be miserable.
Yeah, so miserable. Emotions are high.
But
not rage inducing.
Did the guy say anything?
All it would take is one comment to just
the dude was walking. So these guys, like, if you look at the video, the dude was just chilling, walking down the corridor, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dude just flies up and goes at him.
Okay. I mean,
it makes no sense at all. Like, if they're in back and forth and you egg somebody on, I get that part, because that's just machismo. Like, that's fine. But, like, you just coming on and, like, blindsided a guy for no reason, like, just because he has a different jersey on, like, I get it. Like, 28-3 happened, guys. Like, I'm a Falcons fan. Was I mad after that game? I was, like, disturbed. I was like, come on, dude. Like, really? Fine, it is what it is. But, like, I'm not going to go punch somebody over it. I don't care. Yeah, okay, I don't like the Patriots for anything before. Like, I think, anyway.
Aaron, don't tell me you weren't mad. Don't tell me you were mad, because I like, how I
wasn't mad.
Atlanta, you weren't mad.
No, I wasn't mad, because I was like, this is, like, it was one of those things where this is the most Atlanta thing ever. I think being an Atlanta fan long enough, like, I wasn't mad. I was just like, I was more befuddled on how stupid could Kyle Shanahan be? Run the ball and the game's over. And why is your head coach that inept? Like, honestly, to me, literally, run the ball, the game's over. You are doing what? You're in the Super Bowl. You're here. You've done everything. You've proven everything all season long. You're the best offense in the NFL. Julio Jones goes and makes the greatest catch in Super Bowl history that nobody cares about now because you blew the game. Like, run the ball.
That didn't upset you at all?
I'm not mad. No, I'm bewildered. Like, I don't understand it, because I'm like, you make way too much money to make that decision. But, like, I'm not coming at another human being that's wearing a Patriots jersey.
No, I hear you. Okay, like, yes, if you didn't say anything. And I will
even
say,
if
like,
you did, I'm gonna argue with you like this. I'm not gonna swing at you. That's stupid.
No. As I've gotten older, I'm like fight or flight. I'm flight. Like, I do think about things. My brother, he'll tell you, like, he's fight, and I'm like, there's it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But inside, I want to. It's bad. It's bad. Like, so I. Put the sports aside, Aaron. If that didn't make you mad, I want to know what. I don't believe you. First of all, there's no way you weren't mad. I don't believe you, but I want to know.
No, disappointed and mad are not the same thing. I wasn't mad, because why would I be mad? Like, at the end of the day,
do you believe him? That was painful. That was
as
painful.
Someone who went through Seahawks not running the ball on the one with Marshawn. I was furious.
I think that's worse. Honestly, I think that's worse.
I was going to ask.
Because the 28-3 thing, Devontae Freeman not blocking the guy for no reason whatsoever, and then the coaching just making dumb move after dumb move. It was just, you're watching the game fall apart. That is like, dude, we're here. We did it. We have Marshawn Lynch. Why are we throwing the ball? You did what? David Ty who?
Yeah. I was like
I'm not a Seahawks fan, and I was upset about that.
We went back to back. We did it. All we need to do is give it to Marshawn.
Yeah, and I'm not a Seahawks guy, but in that moment, I'm like, I was more upset about that. Like the 28-3 thing is disappointing. It's just like deflating, right? It's not.
I had a huge party. I had 50 people at my house.
Dude, I had 100 people at the church.
The air was just the air was just pulled out on that play.
Yeah,
but I guess it's different because you saw it coming. Yeah,
mm-hmm. Yeah, you just knew. Yeah. Like all it took was a good decision. But yeah, like I don't get it. And like the fight or flight thing, you talk about that, like what it would take to make me mad. Like you can come at me sideways all you want. I don't care. You can say what you want. Like I know who I am. I understand my value and where that lies. Like, of course I want to be liked. I want people to, find me friendly, enjoyable, funny, smart, whatever. Like I have those same things. But the reality of like what it would take to make me mad, I'm fine with whatever you do to me. The second you cross somebody I love, I'm going to kill you and tell God you died. Like, that's just how it's going to be. Like, it's a switch that's not good. Like, when I was a kid, I had a terrible temper. Like, dude, like Aaron's story for a minute. Like, there was a time when I was a kid, like, I was 10, 11 years old, and I hung out with the youth group kids all the time at church. And, like, we did stupid crap, like run into each other. We played a game that we made up. It was called Shoulder Block. It was the dumbest thing ever. All you did was run into each other and see who could knock somebody down. And so at the end of the day, finally get knocked down, and there's like a pile of teenagers on my back. And I'm just this chubby 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid. And I was so mad, I literally pushed up with all of them on my back because I couldn't breathe, and it freaked me out. And like in that moment, I realized how scary it is for me to be really mad. And I have worked on that for my whole life of like trying to put things in perspective of like, okay, it's not worth getting mad over. There's probably times where it would be better and more beneficial for me to actually get more worked up. But if it's not something that's life or death or threatening somebody else, like say what you want to about me, talk about me. I'll argue with you back and forth. That's fine. But the second you cross somebody who I care about and I'll defend somebody who can't defend themselves long before I care about what you do to me.
That's fair.
That's fair. I get worked up about everything though. It keeps me calm. Cause like,
all right, Hulk.
No, I mean, I get it. I'm the same way when it comes to family, of course, but like, dude, sports, I'm competitive as competitive can be. And I'm less
if I'm
so
playing
now. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I just have some people in my life that if like certain teams, it like, I'm one of those, I hate losing even more than I like winning. It's I mean, I think people get it. I think it's common for a lot of people, but I hate to lose. So it's like, yeah, I was mad about both of those things, and I don't really even care for either of those teams. But at the time, like looking back now, and this is one thing I wish I could respect certain things in the moment. Like unfortunately, I never liked Kobe until afterwards I got older and started understanding things more. As like a kid, you kind of see it for what it is, but I never respected Kobe like I should have. I do now. So like I have more appreciation for the Lakers wins and the Shaq stuff now. Same with the Patriots. I hated hated the Patriots. I couldn't stand them. So yeah, but now I've kind of reached a level where I really respect and can appreciate what they did, what Tom Brady did. And I wish I could have enjoyed it back then because it made me miserable for so many years. And like I said,
but the thing is, like when you're cheating, you're not playing the same game everybody else is. And they were caught cheating multiple times, and the NFL was so much money, they had to leave them alone. Anything else, like if that's college football, they're vacating that championship 100%.
Aaron, I know this won't.
It's not a hot take. That's real.
It's not. I don't disagree. Ryan,
wait, the Deflategate stuff.
Deflategate, filming the walkthroughs of the opponent's team and like getting caught with that. Like you don't deserve to win. Tom Brady is fine. Like he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's the greatest of all time. We can get on that soapbox later. Like, but to me, when you know what the other team is running on defense because you know what their calls are because you recorded their walkthroughs, you're not smart. You just remembered whatever the call is. No, that's cheating. Play the game. Be a man. Don't be a sissy.
Who's the greatest of all time? quarterback wise?
Greatest of see this is oh man, this is a totally interesting topic for me because to me, football is the ultimate team game.
Team, yeah, I know, but who's the greatest quarterback?
That's why I have to preface this way because otherwise it doesn't make sense. So like honestly, Dan Marino may be the best quarterback to ever play, but he was never on the best team. So like when you see the release and you see what he did with the Dolphins, like I have the utmost respect for Dan Marino. Like then there's a whole nother class where like Michael Vick comes into play and changes the NFL like completely. Was he ever the best quarterback? Probably not. But like the way that he shifted the game was so incredible at the time that if he could have just gotten his head on straight, like when he was in Philly, he was a much better quarterback than he was in Atlanta. But like the things he did, that run that he did to Minnesota is seared in my mind forever and ever. It was like one of the most electric things. But as far as like best...
Wait, are you saying Vic is a better quarterback than Tom Brady? Is that what you're telling me?
I think I would say he's a more special talent than Tom Brady. But I think there's a cerebral part of the game
if Michael Vick is on those Patriots teams, do they still win all those Super Bowls?
I think, honest to God, anybody is because Matt Castle won 11 games with Tom Brady's team. So, how you feel about that Seattle guy?
that might be the hottest take.
I have the utmost respect of Belichick as a coach because he cheated better than everybody else. Everybody's trying to cheat in the NFL. I get that. But like he got away with it and it paid off. So like, is there an element of like, you got to give credit to Tom Brady because they still got the rings, but to me, football's a team game. And like, look at Atlanta's Super Bowl. Like we'll go to the 28-3 thing again. Matt Ryan was the NFL MVP. He ran away with it. He was incredible. And all it took was Devontae Freeman missing one blocking assignment to completely shift the entirety of that game. So like you have to have a whole team. You're never going to get there. Without Adam Vinatieri, do we even know who Tom Brady is?
We're going to do, first of all, we are going to do a second poll this week on top of our draft poll of is Tom Brady the best quarterback of all time? Because, and we are going to talk about this because I want to talk some Jordan LeBron stuff later when we get into the meat of the NBA playoffs. But it's all about, to me, to be great is you take advantage of the opportunity in front of you. Because you're right. Football is a team game. There are some people that talent-wise are going to be way better than Tom Brady. I hear everything that you're saying, but you got to put yourself in those situations one way or another. Some of it's luck. That's fine. But first of all, I do not think the Patriots win with Michael Vick as the quarterback. Maybe they win one or two, but they don't win without Tom Brady. Two, you know what? We're gonna put two polls up. We're gonna put two polls up. Our draft poll, I'm gonna put Tom Brady best because I strongly disagree with that, and I don't even want to get into it right now. But that is probably the wildest thing. That is probably the wildest thing I've ever heard. That like putting Michael Vick, and by the way, Michael Vick was a freak athlete, and like I actually have his autograph, and I like saw him at a Hawks game. I was like 10 years old. I crawled down over 15 rows to like tap on his shoulder, and all I had was this little like white card. I've got it like right there, and he signs it. It was back when they had like those, like the first flip phone came out or whatever it was, and I'll never forget it. Signed it for me, jet back up. And then the Jumbotron sees me crawling back up the 15 rows. So I've got nothing but respect for Michael Vick ish, but to say that,
asterisk.
That was the most hedging your bet statement I've ever heard.
As a player, but to put him in the same conversation as Tom Brady is wild to me. But let's move on. We got banner breakdown. Let's talk banner breakdown. Then we're gonna take a break. Bring on Brandon. Ryan, how you feeling?
I am disgusted. All right. So for those that didn't listen last week, I put it all on Paolo Banchero to get 30 points at plus 488.
I saw it. He did get 30 points, didn't he?
He got 30 points today. He got 30 points 2 days ago. Yeah. So he went 5 for like 22 or something from the field and finished with 18 points. But then he goes on to the next game and drops like 38, tonight he dropped 38. So it was it was the last 3 games I picked the one that he didn't go off on, or he had the worst shooting slump of his life. So Orlando did lose today, so I kind of am the winner
Ryan,
for that.
Were you mad? Were you mad when that happened?
When I was mad.
I was gonna ask about putting money on games. Do you get more mad or sick to your stomach? Because I get a little combination of both. But
if it was close, like I feel like that's more mad. The sick to your stomach. Like if at halftime he's shooting 2 for 15, you're cooked. Like he's just having an off night. It's bad.
Should we pull up the text message thread of while it's happening and the messages that are popping up in the group from Ryan? Like he's giving us breakdown of every time the guy misses a shot. I think there was definitely some feelings happening.
I was pulling for overtime. I was rooting for you, Ryan, because you'd have won with that.
Yeah,
dude.
But now we got to decide what's your.
Yeah, now we got to figure out.
What are you gonna do? Cinnamon?
I can do a cinnamon. I'll do cinnamon. You
seem on the podcast. I want you to do it on the podcast.
Yeah.
I want a live reaction because Bob to Sports did it, and I think people just look. I've tried it once, and like in high school or something like that, and it seems so much easier. But you got to get like a heaping tablespoon. Tablespoon of it on the podcast. We'll see it. All right, next
you also have to wear the white shirt.
Yeah. All right,
that was.
I'm officially out.
And the other thing is, I opened a pack of cards shortly, like the other day, because I found a new local spot here, like card shop just opened up, and I went in and I got a thing of NBA cards, and Paolo was in there, so I sent a picture to the group chat of that card, and Ryan's response is, "That guy's trash."
Yeah, where does he? I was watching Pardon My Take, and
they were talking about where he should be
where he should be. Yeah, they had him 20 in the 20s.
Well, they were debating if he should be in the top 10, and then they were like, "Yeah, no, never mind." But they said like 25 or something.
He's kind of like Zion-esque. Like his size and abilities makes him seem like he should be, the most dominating player on the court.
He's still stupid young though. He's only 24, right?
That's true. That's true. No, I don't have a problem with him. I'm just saying,
you didn't lose the segment on him.
Yeah.
He's a Seattle guy, so like I've always had like a soft spot for him. He always shouts out Seattle, goes to all like the Storm games and that stuff. So he's a big Seattle advocate, which I love.
Yeah. All right. So you're out. I'm out. It's Paul and Aaron.
Yeah.
Do we have an update on where everybody is? I know we got Paul's bed.
Let's run this thing, and then we'll jump back to that real quick. So let's do this.
Oh.
Information discussed on The Banner Show is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only, and should not be considered financial or betting advice. Always gamble responsibly and within your limits. If you or someone you know may have a gambling problem, call the gambling helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net for confidential support.
There we go. All right. We're there. So yeah, we have the somewhat updated poll. Looks like I'm chilling at plus 66.56, and Paul, if he updated his, and I think he did, yeah, because he hit with the $75 bet on the Suns and Thunder, and so that brought him back into close, and he's at 157.89. He's plus 57.89.
All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and announce it. He's putting everything on the Knicks winning tomorrow.
Yeah, I was hoping he would go like 1v1 with me on the Braves Mariners, because like the Seattle guys, and so I'm gonna go everything on the Braves. And so that way one of us wins and one of us loses no matter what that way. But I don't know if he wants to ride with the Mariners.
No, he responded back after you said that and said, no, put all my money on the thing. I don't think he wants to go against like you said it. I'm reading it right now. You said, I'll go in on the Braves, you go in the Mariners, that'll be a good one. He goes, Nope.
Yeah, he just watched the Mariners get swept by Kansas City.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So Paul's got everything on the Knicks. Aaron, well, hey,
Now it's
Brian,
probably not great. Yeah, it's probably right now the Knicks are favored 7.5. So money lines.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting, huh?
For the after that blowout, I guess, but
at home. I mean, the first game at home.
7.5. That's a lot of points.
But I'd take Philly points if I was still in this for sure.
Yeah, Philly
money line on the Braves
that doesn't
is
make sense.
plus 141.
I don't even have money in this, and I want to put some on the Sixers. Oh man!
Wait, what did you say? It was
the money line for Braves is plus 141.
Oh! Can you see the one for New York?
Let me look.
Wait, Braves is plus money.
Money line is plus 141 for Braves.
So Mariners probably have. Who do they have on the mound tomorrow?
I clicked out of that. Hang on. Let me go back to it.
It's because we got Gilbert on the mound.
Yeah, Logan Gilbert and J.R. Ritchie.
Still seems like a good bet for you, Aaron.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm going with the Braves. I'm going with the hometown team. What was the other one you wanted to look up?
Just so what's Paul's
76ers
on the Knicks? Yeah, what is he getting at?
Let's see.
They're not showing me lines right now. Hold on.
New York Knicks.
It's tomorrow. They should have.
Oh, it's minus 298.
Yeah, minus 298. Is what I see.
Even if he puts it all on it, he's not going to win much.
Yeah. All right. Well,
how much does he have left?
157.89.
Yeah, but if he loses, Aaron wins by default.
No, I'm betting all in too.
No. But if I'm saying
because my game happens later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
That's lame. We can both lose together.
I guess yeah. If you both lose, you both lose. That's true. But I'm saying even if you don't win, even if you don't get it to 1,000, which you won't off this bet, if you win, as long as the Braves win, and the Knicks lose, then you win the segment by default.
Right.
All right.
Which is a funny thing.
So Paul,
the guy who
would
knows
win
nothing,
like $50. Paul would win like $50 if that bet hits.
Yeah, 141 on mine. Let me put that in real quick, so I can.
All right. So Paul's got everything on the Knicks versus Sixers tomorrow, and then when's the Braves game?
7:10.
7:10. Okay.
My time.
All right. All right, guys, let's take a quick break, and then we will be back. We'll have Brandon on. We'll talk a little bit more about the NBA playoffs, would you rather, draft, and all of that stuff. We'll be back. All right, guys, we are back. Brandon is on the podcast, and we had so Brandon was over. What? When did the Lakers play the Rockets?
That was
Friday.
Yesterday. No, that was.
It was Friday.
Yeah, so it was yesterday.
So
today's Sunday.
Lakers are playing the Rockets. They blow them out.
Oh, wait. Today is Sunday? Oh, my God.
Yeah, because you went to church this morning, right?
So
welcome to the podcast.
I have to listen for 2 hours about this bullshit LeBron argument from Brandon. And look, all right, let's talk about Lakers Rockets first. They didn't have KD. And they didn't have It was game 6, not game 7. They didn't have KD. He was injured how many games in that series?
All of them? Or like except for one, right?
No, 4. I think it was 4. So
he played for 2 games.
He played for the first one and the last one.
It's the first round, and I feel like anybody who's against LeBron being the GOAT is just going to have to deal with basically anything he does at this age. But I mean, good win for the Lakers. They've got OKC in the next round.
Yeah.
Bye, right? Felicia.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be impressive. But I just look. I feel like it's about time. It's our 10th episode. We've got to have the Jordan LeBron debate right now because real quick before we dive into that, is KD's legacy just like garbage now? Like we don't need to dive into it too much, but
I think it is.
With the Suns. the Houston stuff. Like Suns and Houston just made it as far as each other. Like
I think
wait, legacy as far as the GOAT or just in general?
No, I think
just his legacy in general. Like I mean, prior to the Suns, KD was like a top 5 NBA player of all time, debatable, but I think that has gone down significantly.
But you forget about those things when you look back at somebody's career. A lot of times, like the twilight, they're just grasping at one more chance or whatever. I think that's forgivable with somebody like KD. I think that's what you're going to run into.
Is KD just an upgraded Melo? Like, is he the A+ version of Melo? Because they pardon my take. Who was it on Pardon My Take that said Melo's the best player of all time?
Zach. That was Zach.
I was gonna say. I mean, an upgraded Melo's pretty good.
No, because I think KD shot himself in the foot when he went to the Warriors, and then his off the court stuff is just not what a champion does. It's not what a player of his caliber does not need to go and defend himself on social media, in my opinion.
Or shit on teammates and DMs and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that hurt his image. Obviously, the Warriors stuff isn't. It's not great. I mean, it's fine.
That's where he got all his ships from, right?
If you would have handled it differently, I think he could have. I think there was.
It proves he can't lead a team. He can't lead a team. That's what it proves.
But let's look at the social media debate thing here, where he says like it's a bad look and like. But like that's what people do all the time, right? Like social media is toxic. Like the insecurity, whether you're one of the best basketball players of all time or not, can hit anybody. And so like I mean you hear about it all the time with like runway models or anybody who's in the fashion industry or whatever. Like they care so much about what people think. It's a difficult thing, and that's a stress on the brain.
I don't think
when you're that
if Kobe,
he's insecure.
If Kobe saw that, dude. If Kobe saw that, like
I'm not saying that.
That hurts his legacy as a player. Is that insecurity?
I think that's just I think in terms of like where he's at, who knows what else is going on in his personal life that caused that to matter? Because I don't think KD at any other season in life cared. So what is going on in the man's life that made him feel like he needed to do that? So like he's older, he should be wiser, but at the same time, the personal things happen and it throws people off their game big time.
Okay.
And I think to me I'll defend KD on that side and say, maybe this is a one-off thing because you look at the volume of work, you don't see that, and right now it's just like who is that guy?
Are you talking about his performance now, or are you talking about the legacy when it comes to the social media stuff? Because that's been going on for a long time. Like this series is nothing. I think this is a blip on his career. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And let's talk about the facts too. KD is lethal. He's one of the best shooters and with his size of all time.
Creators,
we're talking about in my opinion, one of the best players of all time.
Sure.
But to me, he will never be in the.
But he's on the top echelon of the GOATs because of.
I wasn't defending him as a GOAT. I just was trying to keep him from catching strays on like people's mental health thing can be an issue. Like
sure. No.
And so like when you're insecure, like even though he's that good, he is elite. He's not GOAT status, but he's elite.
I think it's two different discussions.
Yeah, I think so too.
Agreed.
So I was trying to defend the man a little bit.
That was a sidebar because I think
I look, to me, like I said, I think I put him in the same class as Melo. I think he's better than Melo. I think he's a better shooter. And we're comparing very, very similar type players. They're both unbelievable. I think they're great. But I think if I had to pick one in their prime, I'm picking
KD.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what was it? You said Zach was the one who had. What were his arguments? I couldn't even watch that because I was like, I'm not going to listen to this for 2 hours on how.
I think he's just like a diehard Knicks fan and just absolutely just loved Melo.
Everyone has their personal GOATs.
Yeah,
so maybe that they're not. So
all right, well,
shout out Shaq.
Which that's an argument that I'll listen to. Shaq being the best player, like Shaq and Steph are like those, 1A that I'll take that argument into consideration because I think they were the leaders of the team and they both changed the game in ways that nobody has. Like I think nobody has. So I'll listen to those arguments. I'm not going to listen to
the GOAT debate is interesting. to me too, because the eras matter so much.
It's such basketball's so different now, dude. Than
it's
back in
a
the
different
90s.
game.
The skill gap now, I think, is totally different. And then the 3-point reliant, each game being the total points is even like way more. So it's definitely different for sure.
All right. I'm gonna say this then, just to start this Jordan LeBron thing off before Brandon goes into the stats. Here's my argument. I'm gonna agree. I think you can have the best career of all time and still not be the GOAT. I think LeBron has the best career of all time. Longest career. He's got the most points. I think he has the best career, and everything he does is just he's playing with the lead. Okay, when it comes to, I mean, it's unbelievable. Like I'm not a huge LeBron guy. I've become more of a LeBron guy recently because of his golf stuff.
Same.
And you can't help but
that's when
like
I flip. That's when I flip
on the golf course. And I think what he has done, the stuff with Bronny, it's mind blowing. It's unbelievable. And I don't know that it'll ever be duplicated.
No.
I don't know that it is one of one in that way. But when you're talking about the greatest player of all time, and this is kind of going back to even what we were talking about with football, because basketball is a team sport too. Jordan's 6 championships, that concentrated time is what made Jordan the GOAT. And it's everything. It's the stats. Obviously that's super important. The dominance, the mentality, I'm going to win this game. There's nothing.
No matter what it takes.
There is nothing you can do to stop me. And that is what LeBron has lacked in his career. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Physically, his gifts are way better than Jordan's. I mean, like what he is able to do and how long he's been able to do it, Jordan can't compete. But to me, defining and this is going to Tom Brady as well.
I was gonna say,
they have a good team. Yes, they're put in circumstances to win, but he took that opportunity, and there was absolutely nothing anybody was going to do to stop him from winning.
But I think there's a reason. I think there's a reason we call it the Mamba mentality and not the Michael mentality. I don't even think he was the best at that.
I agree with that. I mean, I'm a Kobe stan, so yeah. But
look, I mean, just real talk. Like, if you want, it's the Mamba mentality. Like, there was one ultimate assassin when it comes to NBA. To me, that's
who you
Kobe.
want the ball in their hand. Who will take over a game.
You guys are legitimately going to say Kobe's better than Jordan?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about the mentality aspect.
Yeah,
we gotta give Brandon a shot here to bring in LeBron because we don't want to derail before he even gets to start.
Yeah,
right now Bron's 3. Right now Bron's 3.
You don't want to little brother him too bad here. Come on,
Well, I actually probably should have let him go first because now it's kind of like I kind of
you just
showed your cards. You showed your cards already.
No. I Eminem'd him. It was strategy. Like you just give all the excuses first, and then Papa Doc just stands there with the mic and he's like,
"Hey, look, man, we aren't calling out Clarence here.
He's
Come on.
joking."
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like what he did in those 6 tournaments, 6-0 in the finals, when the opportunity was there, he was never there was never a doubt. And like I said, his whole, I mean, let's not even talk about the fact that the guy's going and playing 36 holes of golf and then just showing up for the game. Like he did not invest in his body the same way LeBron did. And there wasn't the same technology and the game has changed, all that stuff. But like his mentality was so strong and he knew he was going to win. There was nothing anybody could do to stop him. And that
Scottie Pippen and Steve Kerr are nice assets to have along your side. Brandon, what do you got for us? We're gonna let Arian's I should let him go first, and then he goes on another tirade.
No, I'll just let Aaron just spill it all out there. But I think Jordan honestly had like his pieces around him for longer. Like he had basically LeBron has carried, I feel like, more than Jordan had to carry. And the skill gap goes into that as well because, I mean, Jordan was versing the Bad Boy Pistons and things like that. But I think LeBron has had to carry a heavier load. And people go over like rings and stuff like that. Well, Bill Russell had more rings than Jordan. So people look at the GOAT as different, like there's different avenues to it. They either go, okay, they can have more rings, or he's 6-0 in the finals. Okay, that's one aspect of it. And like he never lost the finals. And then the mentality part of it. So it's hard to like it's hard to realistically like determine it from each era because there's different factors and different lanes that you can go for it. But yeah, I don't. That's
so. Wait,
basically how I
Brandon,
look
are
at
you
it.
are
So
you saying?
don't-
Do you? Let me ask a question. Do you believe that? Because I want to say she's joking, but okay. Do you believe with like wholeheartedly LeBron is the GOAT? Do you believe that wholeheartedly?
He's playing both sides already.
You can
He's
say yes.
already
You can say
he's
yes.
already backing up. You got this guy on defense.
He does. I don't think. And in his defense, he's 26 years old. He doesn't. You know, we're.
I don't honestly-
LeBron's been
watch
playing
him
longer
play.
than he's been alive.
No, honestly, like I don't think Jordan is the GOAT, but LeBron's like once LeBron retires is when then I want to honestly officially make that decision. Because like right now I can say like I think he's better than Jordan. But once he retires, I really actually want to make that official decision on if LeBron is the GOAT, and I have to wait for that moment.
Wait,
So,
has LeBron
so
always been-
let's
has-
dive in. You made
Has
a
LeBron always
definitive
been your
statement.
favorite?
Huh?
Has LeBron always been your guy? Like
Yeah, yes.
even LeBron. Okay, got it.
All right,
Yeah.
so you finally made a definitive statement, and you said you think that he's better.
I think
So
he's
in
better.
what way? In what way? Give me an example of one way that he's better.
Okay, so he's people say he's a passer first, which he is, but he's the all-time leading scorer. Yes, he's played longer, but being a pass-first guy, being the all-time leading scorer, number one in the playoffs for points, assists, and rebounds, and all that stuff. I mean, people are always like he played longer, so having those stats, it's just going to add up and up and up. Okay, I get that, but his longevity is number one. I think that makes it a strong case over Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ariane.
No. Okay. Let me ask you this because I feel bad, Brandon. This is your audition to the podcast. And I feel terrible.
Okay.
Okay. All right,
Set your little brother up to fail.
No, it's okay because Brandon, you've got Aaron in your corner who's gonna argue for you, and I can't wait to get this. But let me ask you guys this: once Jordan won those 6 rings, was there ever a doubt? And I'm not gonna say ever a doubt because I'm sure there was somebody who was still picking Kareem or Bill Russell, but I have to say that. Because there were people who watched Jordan win those 6 rings who lived during the time of Kareem and Bill Russell when they were playing. And I feel like it was a foregone conclusion. Same with for most people in football, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Most people, like 90% plus, I would say. There was this overall general consensus, Jordan's the best player. That is not the case now. Now, LeBron is slowly trying to build these, turning more people in his direction, and if he is able to win this year,
Will that change your?
without Luka, Luka might come back, but if LeBron is a factor in any way, even the number 2 option, but puts up points, which I think he easily can, and they somehow win a championship, there's a legitimate argument to be had. There's already a legitimate argument, right? But the fact that LeBron has done all of this, has had this unbelievable career, and so many you still can't definitively say he's the best basketball player of all time, shows you there are so many gaps and so many things that weren't done in his prime that I don't think he'll ever be able to get it.
Well, you had to ask more of him. He had to go 1 through 5. Like he played 1 through 5 his whole career. Jordan played his position. Jordan could not play center if he wanted to. Jordan could not play power forward if he wanted to. Jordan could not honestly play any other position, maybe point guard. But LeBron had to play. LeBron was asked, and he has played every one of those positions. When he was older, when he's older now, he played more in the post. Okay, his 3-point shot actually got better. And his mind, like his smartness of the game, you could see it evolve when he was got older, like how smart he is on the court, because his body still kept up. Obviously, he's a little slower and whatnot, but his mind on the court is what kept him like still averaging 23 a game.
So his versatility is what you're saying is an argument.
Yeah, I mean, and then there's something else, and then there's another line like of conversation go down of this and that. That's what I'm saying. There's so many different factors you can pull into it, but that's one factor.
What does your heart tell you, Brandon? What does your heart tell you? Who is the GOAT? All right, Ryan, Aaron, what are your thoughts on this?
Go ahead, Ryan.
I think it is. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. I mean, it's like Brandon was never. He wasn't even alive when MJ was in his prime. Like, it's just, if you watched MJ, and now, granted, I was like 7 years old watching him, but I still had MJ.
I can watch YouTube videos to know. I'm fine. I don't need to watch them live.
Yeah. That's fair. But my room was covered in MJ posters. Like, I was a diehard MJ guy. So I mean, the generations matter. Like, you grew up watching LeBron, like he's your GOAT. I grew up watching Kobe and MJ, and I feel like MJ and Kobe like is the second coming of MJ in the exact same play style, exact same mindset. And like, I would put Kobe over Bron, but that is just a bias. But I don't know. I think it's also like they took away the hand check like after the 90s. And I think like defense right now, like the defense is almost non-existent. Teams are dropping 150 points a game, and that just was not a thing back in the 90s. Like, I think defense back then was way tougher. There was not as much foul calling. Like, you couldn't flop. There was no flopping. There was no.
Because defense was stronger then, but offense is stronger now.
Well,
that's fair.
It's a byproduct of weaker
of the game changing
and elevated training. I mean, every player, like, evolution of the game and advancements in technology, and like, you can argue people are better now. Well, there's an ability to get better, to reach higher points. So it's I hate that argument, because I'm like, you're playing with the tools that you have at the time. I mean, you go back to like watching people play basketball in the 50s, like it's
right.
It was great then. It's a joke now. I mean, but anyways,
that's why the eras matter. That's the I guess the thing in this debate.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right. That's where, like, Brandon,
it's almost like you can't compare them.
Well, Ariane's asking you to make a definitive statement so he can argue against you, right? Like, that's part of the fun. And so you're trying to like be reasonable. Don't be reasonable. Just go for your guy here and explain, like, everybody understands the GOAT debate has this part, and this is part of the fun of it, is that you're right, because nobody can disprove you to say LeBron is the GOAT. You can argue for MJ and say MJ's the GOAT. It's why this is fun. So like, go for it. Like, explain your heart as to why, because I think you have some good points there. So like, you look at longevity. So like, this is the Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders debate, right? I'm a Barry Sanders guy all the way. I think Emmitt Smith was super overrated because of the offensive line of Dallas and the longevity of the career. But in this case, the NBA has a much shorter lifespan as far as their players' careers. For LeBron to do this long enough for his child to be on his team is insane. So that's not something anybody else could. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So obviously the two biggest things I think Jordan has for him is 6-0 in the finals. I mean, that's very impressive. And then his mentality. Honestly, I think that's the only two things he's got going for him.
Stop arguing for MJ. You're supposed to be the Bron guy.
Hold on.
No, I'm literally, that's what I'm getting to my point. I'm getting to my point here. So I'm only giving Jordan two things, but what I'm giving LeBron is probably 5+ things, and that's longevity, saying he's a pass first guy, but number one in points, number one in, I said, points, steals, and assists in the playoffs. Yes, so his finals record, it's, people want to say like, okay, he's 4-10 in the finals? 4-10 in the finals? 4 in
finals 14 times.
Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up.
4 and 6.
4 and 6. I'm sorry, 4 and 6. He's been in finals 10.
He's been in the finals 10 times.
He's 4 and 6. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got that confused.
Yeah,
he's been in the finals 10 times.
I say 14 times. The debate's over.
Yeah. So he's 4 and 6 in the finals, and people argue that the most against him, I feel like, between him and Jordan. But I just think he had to carry a heavier load for some of those finals, especially coming back 3-1. Yeah, especially coming back 3-1.
The Cavs were garbage.
Yeah.
Like,
then you look at them. Then you look at the Heat. Then you look at the Heat.
But yeah, he won 3 out of his 4 championships with
no, I will say
no. 2. How many did he win? How many win with the Heat?
2 with the Heat. 1 with the Cavs. 1 with the Lakers.
And the one with the Lakers was the
bubble,
right?
Yeah, but the bubble. But
Okay.
I'm guessing y'all stance on the bubble is it wasn't a real championship.
No. It's fine. No, it's fine. Bubble's fine. My thing is, Brandon, he was that close. He six other times and couldn't get it done. Like he got him there, right? And I'll agree with you. The Cavs weren't that great.
He got him there.
He got him there, but to be the greatest of all time,
Orange, he got him there. So it's basically like he got him there.
Okay, so put Michael on the same team and say go do it without Scotty, without Kerr, because when Michael left, Scotty still carried the team. Sorry,
but I also think that
they were still in the playoffs. What are you talking about? So you still had a top 5 NBA player on your roster when you removed Michael. Scotty was still a top 5 guy.
Who was the last team to win a championship? I guess you should probably go back 10 years maybe to make this argument to see how careers have evolved. But you can go back to any championship and you're going to find another, like, who's the last single play? Yeah, everybody has a number 2.
LeBron. That's the thing. Like in Cleveland, LeBron was it. And I'm not even I don't even care about LeBron normally, but in this case, the debate is fun because
Kyrie knew LeBron was it because Kyrie left. He didn't want to be his Robin anymore.
Let me ask you this: we'll look to a recent championship with Shea. Obviously Shea's going to be a top 10, top 20 player of all time. I think when it's all said and done, we can probably assume that. Who else on that team is going to finish in that high? Chet?
Who else is going to be? You're just making points against Jordan.
No. I'm asking a question because I'm going to pull up the Cleveland Cavaliers championship roster right now and make my case. But I'm just asking because to answer my own question from before. Who recently has won a championship without a strong number 2? And the first one that pops into my mind is the last Oklahoma City. But looking at their roster, is anybody else going to be like in the top 50 of all time besides Shea? No. So winning one championship, in my opinion, at carrying the team is not enough to become the greatest of all time. I don't think.
No, nobody's arguing.
And also being in the finals 6 times and not winning is enough to say, hey, you're the second best player of all time. You're really, really good. Like, you're incredible. I mean, in some ways, you're the most incredible thing I've ever seen in from a basketball perspective, but you're not the good.
Okay, so LeBron went against twice with KD and the Warriors. What are they calling them? What number team they're calling them the best? Like, what were they? 7-3 in what that year?
Yeah, I mean, this is where the eras matter.
What were they calling that team with Durant? Like the third? What were they calling it? Third best team that was ever assembled? What?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Top 5 for sure.
So
I mean,
who's in the top? Who did y'all say the top 5 teams ever assembled were? It was Jordan ever versing one of them.
Are the Pistons?
Twice.
I think the Kobe and Shaq team should be number 1. I think that team was ridiculous.
I also think that Jordan's teams were so good that
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Who did Jordan verse that you could say is in the top 5 of all teams ever assembled of all time?
Nobody.
And LeBron did it twice. LeBron versed him twice.
Yeah, I mean that's the other part of the argument, right? Like the 90s, like what happened in the 90s was Bird and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson brought the NBA off of tape delay. Like, I mean, we're going way back here. So they brought the NBA into anything to where we could have anything now. The NBA marketed everything behind MJ because it was brilliant. Yeah, between the shoes, the character he was, the athlete that he was, he built off and capitalized on that. He was basketball in the 90s, right? Like you can't take that from MJ. But there was the late 80s and 90s, whatever. Like, you can't take that from him, but he didn't have anybody else that he was really up against as like a juggernaut.
So we're completely disregarding Karl Malone and John Stockton.
That era of Karl Malone and John Stockton,
I think them two
that
are
is
top
not
20.
peak.
So I think Karl Malone and John Stockton are top 15 at best, but top 20 to me. I don't think.
No, like
I think
they're
19 people, 18 people better than both of them.
Put respect there for sure, like on who they are, but like that's the twilight of their career. Honestly, that was the end for them. And what the astonishing thing was they never were there before. And does Jordan even win that without the push off?
Okay. All right, Aaron, who do you think is the greatest of all time? Out of curiosity,
that's not what this is about. This is about LeBron being the greatest of all time, and I'm coming at it.
Are you defending? So you're saying LeBron? That's your stance right now. We're defending LeBron.
For this segment, if I have to pick between the two, as much as it hurts me because I grew up in an era where I just didn't like LeBron because he was a cocky little prick. Honestly, like I did not like early stage LeBron. Was super anti that guy. However, looking back, taking away my personal bias and like looking at the full body of work here, there is so much respect that has to be put with what he's done that if you're forcing me to decide between 1A and 1B, as far as this list is concerned, if I have to pick one, yeah, I'll go with LeBron.
Okay, but you're saying I'm forcing you to pick between those two. So who is just a quick side note? We don't have to dive into it. Who is your pick if you weren't forced to pick?
If I'm not forced to pick, if I can give anybody's name,
yeah,
I'm a Shaq guy.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I thought you were going to say something else. I actually, okay, that's fine. We can
Okay,
argue about
now
that later.
next, does the LeBron jumping to the Heat when things got tough in Cleveland, does that take any should he get any heat for that in this whole
Boston created a big three before LeBron went and did that.
I don't have an issue with LeBron jumping to the Heat, but win more. Win 3 in a row.
Like Jordan didn't have to
get to the playoffs, get to the finals, and win. That's my argument. If you're the best of all time, you're the greatest of all time, and you were right there, and you're the best of all time, win.
But who would have Jordan went to that was better?
But you're talking about an individual player, not a team.
If you're the greatest of all time, take your team and win.
Measure.
He lost more than he won.
No. That's fine. You lost more than you won. He was there 10 times against better competition.
But twice.
Basketball in the 90s was the Bulls. Who else are you going to talk about? Honestly. You got the Lakers in the 90s kind of fell off pretty hard.
Aaron, who in the 90s was like the Warriors with KD? That was versus Jordan. Who was it?
I'm gonna pull up all the good I gotta because there was
you got the Lakers, the Trailblazers, the Suns, the Seattle Supersonics, and the Jazz back-to-back.
The Orlando Magic.
The Sonics.
Yeah. There was the Orlando Magic. There were the Lakers. Okay. There were, I guess, the Pistons. When was their last? That's early 90s. The Pistons. There was Utah Jazz. There was the New York Knicks. Indiana Pacers.
I mean, I can sit here and name basketball teams in the NBA too.
Let's go through the top 50 players and see how many of them played in the 90s. Or like their peak was in the 90s.
Ooh, that's a good point.
That's a whole different list. We got a 6-hour podcast. Hang on, let's go do some research. Not
top 50 players of all time. Players. This will be so fast.
So fast? No, it won't. We don't do anything fast.
Okay, we're gonna
David Robinson,
except for eating hamburgers.
David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Gary Payton, Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller, Penny Hardaway, Shaq, Stockton Malone. And those are like the big ones.
Yeah.
But
those are the big ones. And here's the other thing about the NBA in that time. They didn't make big threes. They didn't move around. People kind of stuck with their organization. It was a different time. So having Michael and Pippen and Kerr, like you can't overlook Steve Kerr. The guy was an assassin from the 3-point line.
But do you not think? Okay, so how many seasons did LeBron play with the Heat? 3, right?
Yeah.
3.
No. Yeah, 3.
3.
No, he played. It was 3. It was 3.
And he won 2 out of 3.
He won 2 out of 3. Okay, no. So that's my point. He won 2 out of 3, but he lost. Okay, so he lost
played 4 seasons with the Heat.
4 seasons with the Heat. That's what I thought. I was like, I know he lost more than once with the Heat. Okay, so he loses 2 finals with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. With Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, which Steve Kerr, you're putting Steve Kerr in the same conversation, and I love Steve Kerr, but you're putting Steve Kerr in the same conversation with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh?
I'm putting Steve Kerr in the same conversation as Chris Bosh, absolutely.
No.
I am. Because of what he did. Because of what he brought to the team. You don't need. Here's the problem when you try to put Chris Bosh in a lineup where he doesn't make sense. Yes, D Wade and LeBron together is a thing, but like Chris Bosh coming in there, it was kind of like, okay, you can go big 3, but it was a little bit awkward. That's why it didn't work out as well.
Aaron, first of all, I
liked Miami at the time.
I have to give you props because we put you in a situation where you're having to defend it. Aaron, I know you're grasping at straws here, but please, for the sake of this, of the legitimacy of this podcast, do not put Steve Kerr in the same conversation as Chris Bosh.
But why? Look at the time in Miami. Chris Bosh, what did Chris Bosh do in Miami?
Go to every statistical category for Steve Kerr and Chris Bosh. Let's pull them up. They're not this. It's not even in the same.
I'm not asking him to do the same thing. That's the problem. Is you're building a team.
Your argument is who you're playing with. Steve Kerr
So Steve Kerr is a better compliment. Steve Kerr is a better compliment to Jordan and Pippen than Chris Bosh was to LeBron and Dwayne.
But doesn't that speak more to the player he's playing with than like what he's
that's
able
the point.
Do? Is Steve Kerr making any player that much better? No, he's a good compliment because of who he's playing with, because Jordan is so good.
But you're building a championship team. You're trying to tank LeBron.
Wait. I just like it noted. Steve Kerr has 0 All-Stars and Chris Bosh has 11.
That's fine. I'm not talking. I'm talking about in terms of like, look at the team composition. When you're making the best team to win the championship, you're out here saying, "Oh, you're the best player of all time. You should have won the championship." This is a team game. You have to have the right pieces around you. It was nice to bring in Chris Bosh, but the problem is him and LeBron overlap too much.
The argument was Jordan had Pippen. Like Jordan had the best number 2. I'm saying LeBron had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. If Jordan wasn't the player he was, it doesn't matter if he has Pippen if he doesn't compliment him the right way. So
I think having Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh is the same as having Scottie Pippen and Rodman. I think it's the same thing.
Chris Bosh was only in Miami for 2 seasons, right?
I'll give you Rodman
15 and 16
on that argument, but I'm still not putting Rodman in the same. I'll give you Rodman though. Rodman's a better argument to compare against.
I'm talking about complementary pieces. I'm not saying that obviously LeBron, like Rodman is different than Kerr. The point is because Bosh was only in Miami for what, a couple of years. He wasn't even there the whole time, right? Let me see.
He was there both times they won.
I think there's the best players to fit with the really good players, or the best players, and then there's the right pieces that fit around the right player.
That's what I'm saying. And the argument against
the piece of Steve Kerr is better than the talent of Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh has a talent. Yes, I'm not comparing them. Like obviously, Chris Bosh is a more talented player. That's not even up for debate. But the way it goes with the team, you're not. Bosh and LeBron step on each other a bit in terms of the way that they were playing the game at that time. LeBron could solo up anybody.
If LeBron can adapt, that should never be an issue. If
Jordan can adapt, that's never an issue. No, you build a team the right way. Your players don't have to adapt. They do what they're great at.
Yeah, Jordan never had to adapt. Jordan
just here. Look, we're gonna build around that. We got Scottie Pippen, who is going to be Mr. Consistent. He's gonna hit that bank shot every single time, and he's gonna put in 20 a game.
I think we're giving Steve Kerr too much credit.
Okay.
Why?
I love Steve Kerr. I love John Paxson. I love all those guys. First of all, if you guys
Six
have
points
made
a
it this
game.
far in the
Hold
podcast
on.
and listened to some of this, thank you so much. Please comment on who you think
This
is
is
the
gonna
greatest of all
fire
time,
people
because
up.
I can't believe what I'm hearing on some of this. Okay.
Hey, I told you I play devil's advocate, but I'm
The argument for LeBron that Brandon made was that he can play all 5 positions, his IQ, his situation.
Yeah.
So if he's that good and he has these tools, and you're saying that's his skill set, that's one of the things that makes him better than Jordan.
Well, my argument
yes,
against the 4 and
he's
against the
still
4
that's
and
still valid.
So he should then have adapted and played one of these 5 positions that he can play to better fit with 2 elite talents that he's playing with. Because I have a hard time. Look, I love Scottie Pippen. And yes, if you want to put Scottie Pippen up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, that's a fine argument. I'm not going to argue against it. Yeah. But you can't shoot it the other direction. Dwayne Wade is unbelievable. And nobody 100%. Can look at me in the eye and say that Scottie Pippen is light years better than Dwayne Wade.
No.
You can't argue that.
No.
And no, there was not a Chris Bosh. Dennis Rodman was the closest thing in a different way because he was so smart and elite with his rebounding and getting to the right position. And he played the piece he had to play to be he's like a I don't even want to give Draymond Green this much credit, but he's like Draymond Green is like a modern day Dennis Rodman, right? Like, I don't think he's the most.
Yeah, there was only one Rodman,
guy.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
you know, Dwayne Wade wasn't Dwayne Wade was suffering knee issues the whole time LeBron was with him, right? Through those finals.
Like, I mean, we're talking, we're painting in broad strokes here, but like your argument is against itself. You're saying that LeBron has to be the best player at all 5 positions, and saying Michael only playing 1 position is more valid than him being able to be elite at all 5.
No. I'm countering what Brandon said is one of the reasons why he was so good.
Yes, and that is still valid because he could make it to the finals having to play in other roles. Michael couldn't do that. But Michael wasn't asked to do that.
For some of the teams he had
when LeBron James was at his prime, he was a slightly oversized 3 guard, undersized 4, but he was a 3. Dwayne Wade is a 2.
6'8" point guard. He's crazy.
Chris Bosh is a 4. I'm saying, what is his primary position? A pass first shooting small forward. Okay, he played small forward the majority of his career, a little bit of power forward, but he's a little undersized for a dominant power forward. Dwayne Wade is a 2 guard, and Chris Bosh is a 4. Okay, so I'm having a hard time understanding how there wasn't like if that they couldn't, and they did win. That's the thing. They did win.
Yeah.
They did win, but it, like I said, they were good enough to win. And if LeBron was the greatest of all time, he shouldn't have lost those 2. In my opinion, or if he goes 3-1,
that's such a faulty argument.
I'll say this. I'm not expecting him going into the finals 10 times. I'm not saying he has to go. Let me say this real quick. What would LeBron had to have done, in my mind, to be the best all time? I'm not saying he has to go 10-0 in the finals. Okay, I'm not saying.
Sounds like it.
I'd like a winning record in the finals. I'd like a winning record. I think 6-4. We're having a different conversation. He wins 6 times. He's there longer. You could still argue the other way, but he's 6-4 in the finals and took over and literally like more than one season completely took over the game, took the series by the throat and just got it done and still lost 4 times in the finals, but he won 6. I can't argue that, which is why I'm saying if he does somehow find a way to win this year and he's a prominent player, it's a much, much tougher argument. But LeBron at his prime did not have it in him to take the game if LeBron wins this year, there's no more. There's for y'all back in Jordan. There's no more argument. If LeBron wins this year, there's no more argument. There's no more argument. It depends on how he wins. It depends on how he wins. If he's not, or he's 41 years
old. It depends on how he wins. What did Jordan do at the twilight of his career? He didn't even make the playoffs.
No. I'm saying if he, I'm not saying I'm saying it depends on how he wins. Not saying he has to be the best player on the court. I'm not saying that. But if he contributes like he has been in the playoffs up to this point, that makes it a very, very, very difficult argument. I think
I'm understanding where you're coming from. You're measuring the peak of Jordan versus the peak of LeBron, and that's the only thing that matters to you.
I am measuring.
That's your argument.
A large peak, not one season. A large peak, and the peak is slightly different for both players. But the peak of Jordan is the best of all time. No, Jordan is in his 40s.
But you're arguing the highest point matters more than the longevity.
I'm saying
that's fine. That's why this argument's fun.
Prominent time because I'll say this too. You like when players are rookies and they develop, there's time there. You know, LeBron, if you want to say, hey, the second half of LeBron's career, what he's done towards the end, I mean, Jordan wasn't even a factor after, like, when he was in his 40s. I mean, it wasn't even close. Like, no, but I'm talking about 6 years.
He sold a lot of tickets, though.
Yeah, he did. But 7 full years, 6 finals, that's a good chunk of time. That is what I would call let's say the prime of somebody's career.
Yeah, 91 to 98.
Off. Yeah, okay. That's a big enough sample size. It's not 1 season, it's not 2 seasons, it's not 3 seasons. It's a big enough sample size where I would say if you look at the average prime of somebody's career, that is longer than that. So I think that's more than a fair enough time to judge this off.
Right, but we're not averaging. We're not going averages. You're talking about go. And so the whole point of your argument is the peak, that 7-year window for Jordan is better than any 7-year window of LeBron. And that's a fair argument.
Correct.
But then how many 7-year windows of LeBron's overshine the other 7-year windows of Jordan? And the answer is all of them. And that's why why you got to go back and forth.
I don't know about the first 7 years and Jordan's first 7 years. I'd have to say those are pretty comparable. I would say the first 7 years of Jordan and the first 7 years of LeBron, very, very comparable. LeBron had more hype coming into it. Jordan did not. He had to build that himself. But I would argue the first 7 years are almost like, we could go and look at the numbers. I don't see a huge.
But you wouldn't say LeBron filled that hype though. Like you wouldn't say LeBron.
He did. I started this argument by saying
had so much scrutiny.
LeBron has if you look at the longevity of his career, if you just want to say, hey, who had the best career ever? I'd say LeBron because it's so long and it's so unlike anything we've ever seen.
That's the GOAT
that also applies to GOAT competition. That also applies to
and being the greatest of all time. I'm saying I started this by saying those are two different things. Having the best career, it's like, okay, having like we were talking. What was the argument for the longest time about winning championships? It was like Robert Horry. Like if you want to go just based off this, Robert Horry has to be in the conversation, which he's not even close. Most championships, what is it, Bill Russell or Kareem? It's Bill Russell, right?
Russell.
Yeah.
So
Russell.
it's like you can break things up. I think best, longest, the ability to play at the high level for as long as he has is unlike anything we've ever seen. That's fine. But when we're talking about the GOAT, and there's only one answer. You take all the other things, like, yes, they contribute to the answer, but you take every other thing that we've talked about.
Even take away the most rings. That's not him.
No, it's not. He hasn't won the most wins.
I know. I'm saying even take away them.
Exactly. That's my point. I'm not saying he hasn't won the most rings. He hasn't been doing this for the longest. There were players that skill wise were, I think, way better than him. So it's like there are all these things that contribute to it, but he did what he had to do to get it done in such a dominating fashion that I have never seen before. Shaq is a good art. Like when Aaron said Shaq, I'm like,
Shaq's my guy.
Yeah,
I can go in on Shaq. I'm just playing for LeBron.
No, I at least can see that because I'm like, man, if Shaq would have just, Shaq's three-peat with the Lakers is worth talking about. But he had Kobe, and that's tough because those two are like that's a hard because there's no role player that we could compare to Shaq. I don't even think Scotty.
Well, do you know what this established again? That no one's ever going to come to an agreement, and it's going to go on forever. And
that's part of the fun.
And that's part of the fun. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's part of the fun.
Right, so let's see what the viewers have to say. You guys comment at the bottom or comment below.
Shout out Steve Kerr.
Who's the best player? But I keep thinking, all right, what does LeBron have to do? Him winning this season, which I don't think he's going to. You know what?
For the people like Jordan, I already believe he is.
Let's have this conversation. It's tough because I can't even judge LeBron negatively at any point. No. What I'm saying is there's nothing LeBron can do at this point that I think would hurt his legacy. Like if he completely chokes against OKC and they get booted out of the playoffs, it doesn't hurt anything with him.
Yeah.
It can only help him. It's like the KD argument. There's no way LeBron could get any lower in the argument because everything he's doing at this point is literally just. I mean, just
it's just icing. Yeah. I mean, you're that's part of the fun though. Like is going back and really the argument does boil down to: do you care more about the peak or do you care about the sustain? And like that's the argument on either side of this.
What you believe makes the greatest player from a
and that's a
standpoint. It's not a skill
set
or
that's why I said
going to find a way to win no matter what.
That's why I said so many different factors come into it. And you point yours the peak. I do longevity, and then some people can say, to be honest, if you want to just talk about rings, neither of them are the GOAT. It's Russell. If you want to just talk about full on winning,
the reason I don't think I don't take the rings argument is back to Aaron said. First off, I mean, you want to talk about greatest of all time for their era. Or for their era is Bill Russell, because like there was such a gap in skill level at that point that you can make an argument for Bill Russell and I'll listen to it, right? I think basketball in the 90s it had come so far by the time it got to the 90s that the variation, I mean, the defensive thing is the biggest deal, and honestly I actually think it's hurt the game. That people want to see offense because that's what sells. But I think the type of NBA we're in right now is worse than it was in the 90s. I reminisce and I watch 90s. So that's the thing too. It's like, they are more skillful now, but the game is not better now than it was then. But okay, comment below. Who do you think is the GOAT? We're gonna also let's drop a LeBron Jordan poll on. Let's do 3 this week. Is Brady the GOAT? Just yes or no? Is Brady the GOAT? Yes or no?
No.
LeBron, Jordan, and our draft.
You said no?
No. Yeah, he said Brady's not, but we can't. That's all another.
That's a whole other one.
Speaking of which,
Brian is just chilling today.
All right,
yeah.
On this note, let's go to Would You Rather. I've got one that's somewhat relevant to this conversation. It's not the best question in the world, but I think it fits perfectly for what we just talked about. Okay. Would you rather this week? Would you rather win 1 championship as the star or 5 as a role player?
1 as a star.
I'll take 5.
I know I got that one. I was the best player on that team to do it. So I'll do 1 as a star.
I'll take 5.
Entitled Gen Z mentality. Go on. Okay.
I'm taking 5.
So
wow.
I'll take 5 every time.
I'm taking 5. I also love how the argument just shifted to entitled Gen Z mentality because he's arguing the peak now, and now you're arguing longevity. This is amazing.
I'm just arguing
because he's arguing the peak now, and you're arguing longevity. We've just flipped, and it's hilarious to me.
I haven't answered yet.
You're taking 5 because you tried to call out the Gen Z guy.
No, I don't know. I'm just. That's more of a call on my brother. We've got some.
I'm gonna make it an NBA, so I'll take that one.
Okay, this is my own question, so I guess let's talk this through. A role player, you're a starter, I assume, like an important role player.
6 man of the year, baby.
Okay, so you're winning 1 championship as LeBron, or 5 as who? Who are we comparing to Steve Kerr?
Grant Hill, or not Grant Hill. I don't know.
Like, okay.
Draymond Green.
Who's the role player that just Steve Kerr?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who's no. Who's a star who has won 1 championship in their career, and then I want to think of a role player that's won 5. I really want to think about this for a second and see whose career would I rather have. So. Kevin Durant's won more than 1, so that's not a good argument. Melo didn't win at all.
Clay?
He's won more than 1.
I'm saying him as
Clay's a good role player.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a good role player.
I'm Klay Thompson. If I'm the 5, we'll call that. That's
way
5.
too easy of a 5 then.
Okay, and then who's the star? Let's say
Giannis.
You can also make the point. You said you
Okay,
win
Giannis is
one.
only won one.
I'm picking. Okay, I'm going Clay. That's a great.
It's
argument.
not even
And I'm
close.
Going,
yeah.
I think I'm going Clay. Yeah.
No, I think you have to
Giannis
be
is
a
only
lower
one
tier
role
role
player.
player because Clay's too big of a role player.
No, bench player and role player. Role player, you have to be a
Role player. You're a starter. Yeah.
Yeah,
and Clay was still Clay's arguably the third.
I mean,
best
Robert
player
Horry
on any one of those teams
is what I think.
That's
Robert
no,
Horry
that's-
is a role player who absolutely had a major impact and won multiple championships because of it.
So would I rather be Giannis or Robert Horry?
That's the question in my mind because the Clay one makes it way too easy to pick Clay because he's a star. He's not just a role player. He's a star.
Okay, Robert Horry is another somewhat unfair one because he is the reason, or he hit big shots that
those threes
contributed
against
to those.
Sacramento.
So I think I still might pick Robert Horry in that.
But
that's
that's-
tough.
yeah, that's why I think
tough.
right-
It's tough. Yeah,
You're
Yeah, that's
a
tough.
role player that helped win a championship five times.
5 times.
Yeah, I
five
don't-
times. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'll go that route. Okay, all right. That was
I would
probably
do it
the
if it was
fastest for me.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, because at the end of 3 rings.
Also, I thought when you said 5, I thought also as a role player, I didn't think you were doing like the second role. I thought you were doing maybe like the bottom of the bench guy, like 12th man, who's
No,
winning
that's not a-
5.
that's
No,
not
no,
a
no.
role
Role
player.
player.
Player ain't role
player.
playing.
Are you changing your
Okay.
answer?
We'll try to
Well, a
back
role
out of
player
this
could be-
Gen
A
Z.
role player can be what the 9th. A role player could be like the 8th, 9th guy. Sometimes I mean,
No,
not necessarily the 6th, not just the 6th. It could be the 8th guy. I would say 8th.
Okay,
At
all
least
right. Let me ask you this.
All right. Let's do Lamar Odom. He was 6th man of the year.
That's what.
He
Yeah,
could be
6th
our-
man of the year. That's my.
But the problem is Lamar Odom has a connotation that it's a bad. It's but I get what you're saying.
He's
a
a crackhead. That's what
Yeah, that's the problem.
Which
I'm
brings
gonna
me
say-
to my
I'm
next
gonna-
points, kid.
I'm gonna say yeah.
All right, I'm changing
All
my
right.
answer. I'm changing my answer.
You're changing
All
it.
right.
I'm
You're
changing
keeping
it.
it. Okay, single. All right, 5. All right,
Once I brought up Lamar Odom, he was in.
all right. So we've got our draft coming up, and we're doing fast food restaurants. Before we do, I do want to plug real quick. So, Banner Golf. We talked about it on the last podcast. It's happening. We filmed yesterday. You guys, I'm so excited for this. It's like, I think we're gonna have some really, really good content coming out. It's gonna be on YouTube or Instagram, all of that stuff. Brandon, how are you feeling about everything? Because Brandon's
I'm so pumped. Yesterday was just the first episode. Yesterday was unbelievable. It was so much fun. There was a lot of excitement. And there's a lot of cliffhangers in this one. There's a lot of wild moments, especially at the end. So y'all, stay
we
tuned. It's really good.
had some. So we were playing on a Saturday, which is tough because the courses are busy and you're filming and all this stuff. But there were people getting like excited. They saw a camera and they're just like, I actually thought people would be irritated and annoyed that we were filming. It was total opposite.
And that was the longest round of golf I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, that was terrible.
Saturday. It was a Saturday, but no, it's fun. And yeah, so you guys, Banner Golf's coming. You'll probably see this stuff coming out in the next week to 2 weeks. I would say some of the shorts probably a little bit sooner, but Brandon's the videographer. He's also in a lot of it too. So you'll be seeing a lot more of him, and it's going to be entertaining. We had Brandon. I got to tell one story. I got to tell one story. So so this unfortunately won't make it in the video, but Brandon is going to bring a level of entertainment that I don't think anybody else can match. We're sitting there, and like I said, it was a long round because I mean the course was packed, and we're sitting there and we're like on a hole where, and Ryan, you haven't heard this yet, right?
No.
Okay,
No.
so we're sitting there and we're on a hole that kind of veers, at the end of the hole you can see the hole, you can see the main road, right? So we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden we see like a bunch of police cars coming across the road, and then behind the police cars are a bunch of like people walking in between cars, and it looks like they were doing some kind of protest. But I couldn't really recognize what the flag looked like. It was like this yellow flag with 3 red lines in between. And I'm like, what are they protesting? And of course, it was kind of irritating. It was like loud, and we're trying to play golf. So I look it up, and I'm just like, I'm looking up. I try to figure out the flag, and it said the like Republic of Vietnam or something like that. I don't know if that's like the official name for the country of Vietnam. And Brandon looks straight at me and he goes, "Oh yeah, because of the Vietnam War." And I was like, "What?"
It was was a long day. Okay, you know what? I was tired. I probably
So but then he shuts off the camera really fast, and then as soon as we got back, he deletes the clip on the thing so I wouldn't post it on there because it was just. But anyways, it got me thinking. What? So I'm assuming, Brandon, you thought the Vietnam War happened recently.
No,
what prompted you to say that?
I was just thinking like they were like doing like I don't know, like not celebrating, but like doing something for it in a certain
Vietnam
way.
Remembrance Parade.
Vietnam Remembrance. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
After the whole LeBron thing, I feel really bad about this, but I have to do it because the way it happened, I'm not even doing the best job explaining the story, but I just need to kind of understand, Brandon, like your reference of time. Because if I remember correctly, history was like one of your favorite subjects in school, right?
Aaron, I wasn't thinking about the time frame of it. It was just something in my head. I was just literally.
It was just word association. That's all it was. Right. He heard the word and said, "Oh, Vietnam War."
I just want to be sure. So we're
yes,
and like I said, I feel like such an asshole, but I have to do this. I have to understand. So I want to play a little game before we go to our draft. Brandon, I've pulled up 15 of the most prominent things that have happened in United States history. And all I'm asking for is a ballpark year for when those things happen. I just want a ballpark year.
All right.
I want to know how many of them you know.
Yeah, let's do that.
I probably couldn't get the exact year on all of them, but I went for like, I'm not even going to write what I put in the prompt. I'm not even going to write what I put in the prompt to get these dates, but I want like big time. This is okay.
You can't make it on weird
no, not weird events.
All right, let's see first. Let's give him a shot. Let's see what this list is.
American Revolution. Like, when did America?
Wait, it just froze. Say it again. No, seriously. Like it didn't lag. Like it.
Okay.
Like it.
All right. American Revolution. When did the American Revolution? Give me a ballpark year. You don't have to be spot on.
1792.
Okay, that's not horrible.
Okay.
A little late.
I would say American Revolution. I was even going to say. I'll even go a little bit. Declaration of Independence. This is the same question. I should have.
1776.
There we go. Okay. Attack on Pearl Harbor. Or World War II. Ballpark.
1942.
Okay. See,
close enough.
Yeah. No. That's
December 7th, 1941.
All right.
I thought he was going to say something just like random.
No.
Okay,
these are big. These are big. Yeah.
The Vietnam War is one that actually came up. Like, honestly. All right. September 11.
Oh my God!
Wait, what? It's 2001.
Oh yeah. All right.
It happened on September 11th.
No, I know. I want the year. All right.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Great Depression. Honestly, you're already doing better than like this. This is
Great Depression. Wow. Let's go with 1832.
100 years off, but we're okay.
Yeah, I can't. I can't.
Right.
100 years which way, Brandon? No, wait. 100 years which way?
Yeah.
He said we're 100 years off there, but which way is it? Is it 1730s or 1930s?
Stock market crashed, if that gives you any reference.
Yeah, it's 100 years like earlier. So
okay, all right.
So it's 1730s?
Now you're 200 years
wow. Now you're 200 years out.
No, I think he was saying he was 100 years.
Well, I'm 100 years earlier.
I honestly think
you're 100 years earlier. Okay.
Yeah. All right, last one. You're doing better than I thought, Brandon.
You're doing great, Brandon.
All right, Civil War. Last one. Civil War.
Ryan's loving this.
Yeah.
God, history is my best subject, but
it was his best subject. That's why
it was my best subject.
Yeah, you're doing great.
It's been a while. I'm not just looking up Civil War every day. So let me think. 1812.
I mean, there was a war of.
Not bad.
Wasn't there a war of 1812?
Yeah,
There was the War of 18.
there was the War of 1812.
All right,
Man,
18,
I've been out of school longer than
looking,
you've been alive, and I still got these things in my head. Wow.
we're looking for 1861. Honestly, Brandon, better. Like I said, better
Yeah,
than I
you did
thought.
good.
Well, when I got out of high school, I never wanted to think of it again. So.
Yeah,
I don't blame
I hear
you.
But after the Vietnam War comment, I had to. But you wouldn't let me keep it in the video. So this is what I had to do.
It's punishment.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, guys.
Make him eat
All
another
right,
burger, bro.
No, Brandon said he wanted. He wants to be on the podcast more often, and he'll probably
Great.
will be after this. But I said, all right, we're gonna have to test you when you come in. It's not gonna be easy.
That's
I
up to
didn't
the
get it wrong.
audience, man. That's up to the audience. What do you guys think? Should we get more Brandon?
They're
Put it in the comments.
Oh, they want more Brandon on. Trust me.
they're gonna want
to.
they're gonna want to boot me off after this one. All right.
Oh, I'll be asking you questions next. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, we
yeah.
should. We should.
All
I
right.
want to do.
Yeah.
I don't claim to be a. Okay, ask me questions. I'm okay with
You
that.
know
All
what would
right.
be fun though? Like what we need to do? We need to do a brother versus brother segment, and you have to, and like you draft the others. So like myself or Ryan or Paul, whoever else is going to be on. You two are the team captain, and you have to pick one of the others for whatever the subject's going to be that week. That'd be
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's
We do
good.
need. I like a little trivia. Like I like.
Yeah.
They do a. They do an Ask Bob segment on Brilliantly. I'm sure that I actually think is funny.
I'm taking Aaron first round. If I get
Hey, don't sleep on Ryan, bro. Like that. Yeah.
I'm not. I'm taking Aaron.
Aaron,
I
just take
appreciate
the
it.
compliment. Aaron,
I
take the
appreciate it. I
compliment.
appreciate it. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
All right.
I appreciate it.
All right. Last. All right. We're moving on to our draft. Brandon, with you being on, we're gonna do a random
Totally
pick
random.
of who gets to go.
Okay.
I guess that's how Aaron wants to do things moving forward, which I guess I'm okay with. So
I think it makes
Aaron,
sense. Yeah.
let's. How do you want to? What are you gonna put into?
I'll
chat
put up chat for this week, and then I'll bust out the wheel in the future so we can have like a visual. It'll be more fun for everybody else watching. Kind
All
of
right,
see how
so,
it breaks
yeah.
down.
We'll go. So
So-
the draft is gonna be best fast food restaurants, and while Aaron's doing that, I'm gonna go out and say right now, Subway is not fast food. Can we agree on that?
What?
Yes.
That
Subway is not
Okay.
fast food. I'm also gonna
I don't
say.
know. Like you're gonna run out of restaurants then if you're gonna.
I'm just throwing a few out there. Chipotle is not fast food.
So you said Subway Chipotle?
Disagree.
Yeah.
Chipotle's
then
fast food?
wait, you can argue Chipotle, but you can't give
Okay,
Subway.
I want I want us to kind of. I was
No,
saying.
no,
it, and
I'm
also
going
want
from
to
Ryan.
establish it.
My whole thing is if you can pick it up from a drive-through window, it's fast food. And at Chipotle, you can pick it up through a window.
Is that the only caveat though? Because there are Subways that you can do through a drive-through.
All right, are you saying fast food? You think like just straight up greasy, like straight up just like grease food?
Yeah.
Look,
I feel
I'm open to having this conversation, but I want to establish it beforehand. You know, I don't think Chipotle.
I like the drive-through. I like the drive-through comment
I think
about it. I think
there's a common like, okay, this is fast food, this is not. I think sub sandwiches. Well, because Jimmy John's is literally fast food. So yeah, let's decide. I feel like we should take sub sandwiches, even Jimmy John's, which I think is I would argue Jimmy John's because
It's
of
literally their whole
literally
thing.
their whole
Freaky
thing.
food, freaky fast.
But my suggestion is we take out sub sandwiches. Now we can do what we want with Chipotle.
what about like a Dunkin' Donuts? Because they're
It's a drive-through. I think anything drive-through.
and they have
So-
good breakfast. They have good breakfast, and breakfast you get fat.
But
like,
some
actually,
Subways do have a drive-through.
So should we say in order for them to qualify, they have to have a drive-through at the majority of their locations?
That's fair.
Because
I'm down
does
with that.
Chipotle have?
No.
Because Chipotle being on the board is a big deal. We need to establish right now.
Yeah. That was
we
going to
need,
be up
we need to
there for me.
establish that. Yeah.
No,
So does
it's-
Chipotle?
No.
So
because
no, then let's do no.
Because if
All
it
right,
has
so
to
no-
be majority, I would say most Chipotles don't have the
They do not.
drive-through.
So no Chipotle, no sub sandwiches, and
All right.
like
So
no
our
Chipotle.
primary parameter is must have 50% plus drive-throughs.
drive-through, and you're not waiting for
So no Chipotle, no sub sandwich.
no sub sandwiches. I'll take.
Chipotle.
You know, Dunkin' is. I'll Dunkin' should
That
work.
is a
Dunkin's
drive-through.
majority
Yeah.
drive-through.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What is the order? Aaron.
All right. So I took and randomized this 4-name list 100 times and took the average out of 100 for the randomization. So Brandon got pick 1, Aaron got pick 2, Ryan got pick 3, and Ariane got pick 4.
Oh, that is such horse shit.
Brandon, look. Brandon average draft position was 2.31. Aaron was 2.48. Ryan was 2.51, and Ariane was 2.70. So that's how it came up with the list out of 100 times being randomized.
Wait, Orange last?
Ariane's 4.
I literally was thinking if I'm last, that was ran more than once, but I'll give Aaron the benefit of the doubt on that.
No,
one.
don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't listen.
All
Don't
right.
listen to him. Don't listen.
All right.
Yeah, I did it 100 times, so it'd be fair.
Yeah. So Brandon, all right, you get your so you get to pick your position, Brandon. You get to pick your position.
I have another one that's on the fence that we need to order.
Okay. Hold on.
Wait, so are you?
5 guys.
They don't have drive-through.
They don't have drive-through.
Okay.
So are you guys doing? What do you mean?
It's brutal. Like we just obliterated this category.
But Five Guys is not fast. I mean, that's one of my gripes with Five Guys is you're waiting for a little while.
You're doing the 4th guy picks 2.
Yeah.
It's
right?
a snake
yeah,
draft.
It's a snake
Okay.
draft. It's a
It's a
snake
snake
draft.
draft.
Okay. So Brandon, what position do you want?
Like on order? Like what order?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go 1, 2, 3,
you
or
want
4.
first overall or
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right.
I'm going second overall. So Ryan, would you like to be third
I'll
or
go
fourth? Okay.
Oh, thank God. All right. Third. I think
If
it's
Chipotle and Five Guys is gone, this is gonna be rough for me. Let's just.
This
say
is
that.
brutal. Like, yeah, without some of the fast food staples is tough.
Because the one I'm taking off the board is literally universal for everybody right here. So,
But let's just say the Five Guys one I don't think is tough because Five Guys is not fast. They don't cook it.
theirs isn't.
They literally
fast.
don't.
No,
cook it
that's
until after
fine.
you order.
Yeah. I get
I just
that.
googled top 25 fast foods and
It
half
came
of
up.
them
All of them did.
qualify. yeah.
I saw that too.
That's-
Chipotle.
it's-
Yeah, that's
I
what
have
got
a
me
feel-
thinking.
yeah,
I
yeah.
did the same thing. All right, Brandon, you go.
Chick-fil-A. My first pick.
I was hoping you wouldn't take that one because that's just my personal favorite. So good job there. But that means I have to take McDonald's if we're just doing popular.
All right, I'll go In-N-Out at 3.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You guys probably don't know this because it's like a Midwest thing, but Culver's.
No, we know
Dude,
Yeah.
no, that's a banger. We have
We know
Culver's here now
Culver's is
too.
like, do you? Okay. I'm going Culver's and then coming back with Shake Shack.
Okay,
That's
I'm gonna
that's a more
go-
niche.
I'm gonna go Raising Cane's.
Oh God, dude.
Love
That's a good one, too.
this. And Aaron's gonna look at national sales and think my list is crap. I'm telling you right now, I feel great about my In-N-Out and Raising Cane's picks right now.
No, In-N-Out's popular.
Raising Cane's.
I wouldn't have put it in first round, but
I strongly disagree.
I mean that's why we're here. I mean,
all right.
as long as your family keeps bringing in the votes, you're fine. But now we got Brandon to split it up.
You know, it's the same as the All-Star game. Oh yeah, they do. We do it, Brandon.
Exactly.
And after
So
they-
this is
after
going to be
they-
the first legit draft that
after-
Ariane
Oh.
has.
After they listen to this, they're gonna purposely not vote me because they're gonna be pissed that I just put Brandon through the ringer. But all right. Aaron, you're next.
So no, I got Shake Shack, and then what was your? Yeah, what was your other one? Sorry, In-N-Out.
Raising Cane's.
In-N-Out and Raising Cane's.
Oh, okay. Which is just Cane's, right?
Yeah, it's Cane's.
Yeah.
Okay. Golly, dude, this is so hard already. I'm
makes
not
it
even
hard.
gonna lie. I'm gonna, woof. I'm gonna take Taco Bell.
Okay.
You get 2.
I'm gonna go with. Give me Shake Shack.
That's
Shake
gone.
Shack's already been taken.
Shake Shack's taken?
Yeah,
Who took Shake Shack?
Ryan.
Oh, I thought you said steak and shake. My bad.
Oh,
okay.
no, Shake Shack.
which should not, even though it has a drive-through, takes hours.
It's still no. We can't. No, you've already eliminated way too many fast food restaurants.
No, I was just making a gripe against Steak and Shake.
Actually, no, Steak and Shake. No, I guess not. Okay, then I'm gonna go.
Yeah, this is tough already.
God, this is hard.
It's not. You guys, I'm looking at 20 of them right here.
Yeah, but this sucks.
What about Wingstop?
No drive-through.
No drive-through.
Okay. Damn, this is okay. I guess I'll go with Wendy's.
Okay,
that's a
good one.
And Sonic. I'll go Sonic.
Give it to him.
Yeah, Sonic's
Sonic's a drive-through. I'm saying I just thought that was.
And Sonic's the origination of the OG drive-in, drive-through.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm giving him Sonic. I was just more commenting
just
on
sure.
the pick. I think Sonic is awful. The only thing I ever used to awful. Only thing I ever liked there was when they had those they had slushies at one point with solid fruit in there. That was about it. All right, Chick-fil-A.
Okay, I'm taking Dairy Queen.
That's sleeper. That's good.
All right, back to Aria.
Yeah, they had Panera Bread on here. That's
not fast food.
No. All right, I gotta. Man, I'm only gonna take this because I don't think it'll make it. But I'm gonna go Arby's.
Okay. I like Arby's. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
All right, and you go for 2 here, Ryan.
I'm gonna go Popeyes. And
that's a good pick.
Yeah, I like that one.
Dude, my list is struggling right now. Portillo's in the fast food, is it?
It's a drive-through.
Yeah, I honestly don't know, but I'll give it to you.
It's a drive-through.
Okay, Portillo's.
All right, so I do have a good burger place. I've got In-N-Out. Okay, I'm gonna go. Can't take that. Okay, I don't want to give. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to take them both anyways. Is Hardee's / Carl's Jr. Is that 2 separate picks or
separate?
Separate picks.
You're gonna say separate?
They're the same.
They're the same. Do one. That's one.
I think they're the same. Yeah, I was gonna say Carl's
same
Jr.
ownership
but Hardee's,
group.
whatever. Yeah, because their fries are the exact same. It's literally I'm picking them for the fries.
I mean, their marketing is the same. It's the star.
It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Is it the same? Yeah. We only have Carl's Jr. I've never seen a Hardee's around.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's one of the. All right.
They were bought by the same ownership group.
Hardee's Carl's Jr. combo, whatever one.
All right.
I like Carl's Jr. better personally. But.
I put Carl's down for you. Dude, we are deep in the thick of it here.
This is good. We got to reach. Yeah, it makes it better. And for future drafts, we can do.
All right, give me. Man, all right, I'm KFC.
Oh my gosh, Aaron, you're picking all. You got it.
Ready. Now you're going back to back for your final 2 picks.
Back to back.
Oh my god! Well, that was one of my final 2.
Yeah,
it's not anymore.
KFC at 4. It's not you're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. That's a
no. I mean, it's mega popular, but I think, honestly, I wouldn't want to eat from my list.
You know what? Okay. Give me the meats with Arby's.
No, I already gone.
You got Arby's?
That was a 3rd round pick.
I swear I'm not hearing you. Okay. When did you pick Arby's?
He picked it in the 3rd round.
Okay, well, Arn doesn't like Arby's. I feel like you never talk about Arby's, so I never thought you'd pick that. Okay.
He's just going for
Did anyone get Panda Express?
Drive-throughs.
They're a drive-through. They're a drive-through.
They might.
Let's
They
look
might.
up-
Hold on.
The one next to me is a drive-through. Confirm.
Okay.
All right.
I'll give it. Let's just give him Panda then. Like that's kind of a. Well, we gave you Space
know, I
Jam.
bet-
We'll give him Panda Express.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
Penn Express. All right. And
That's like,
my-
that's like a Chipotle line.
I
my
agree.
last one.
Yeah.
Wait, it literally says it right here though. The majority of Panda Expresses do not have a drive-through.
I didn't think they did.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna answer that one out.
Pick something else. Yeah.
Goodbye,
okay, you
Panda.
gotta give me.
I wanted you to have it. But-
Gotta give me
Yeah,
a
me
sec
too.
here. Oh, Zaxby's.
Yeah,
That
I was
was
wondering
that
what
was
it
the
was.
other side of the why I was struggling to pick KFC.
All right. So Zaxby's, and then you get one
There's
more.
the one,
Brandon.
yeah.
Your
The
final pick.
last one will be.
Yeah, Zaxby's at 5. Like that's
At
crazy
4.
good.
We don't have those around here
Oh,
or in the
cool.
West Coast.
Right.
You have Raising Canes.
Okay, let's
We have
go
Cane's.
with White Castle.
White Castle. All right.
No. So,
Dude, I hate this because like I really want to go Dunkin' Donuts here.
You can.
I know, but I'm not a
think that's-
coffee guy.
All right, well,
So
tee
I'm
it up for me
trying
then.
to decide. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, do I just go ahead and take it away? Or do I go with something like we've had so many chicken places come off, but there's one here that is infinitely better than Zaxby's and still better than Cane's.
Go for the win, Aaron.
But
Harness
we'll
your
go.
inner Jordan mentality
Is
and
it churches?
get it done.
No.
Churches is
No, Church is banging. But here, Guthrie's. It's a little place, but it's so
Yeah.
much better. Anyway, yeah, we just got to go for Duncan. Well, America runs on Duncan. Let's do that in the 5th round.
It's a good pick. Solid pick. All right.
I mean, I have the most popular, but I don't want to eat anywhere.
No,
Other
I don't.
than
I mean,
Dairy
I don't need
Queen.
any of these. All right. So I can't believe this is still on there. All right. I'm gonna go. It's God. I hate this, but I gotta do it. I think Burger King.
Yeah, I had to avoid it, but yeah, because my wife hates that. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you guys have taco times where you're at?
no.
Well, just for
You've
the
got a
vote,
decent- if
I
they
might
got
go
a reference-
Starbucks.
See, that was my other
Yeah.
side of the
once
of
you
the Duncan
once
equation.
you said Duncan, yeah, I was
Mhm.
like Starbucks
Yeah,
plays.
I think that's. I think
It should
that
play on
definitely
the graphic
plays.
that plays.
Yeah, it does. You're
I hate
right.
Starbucks.
Starbucks at.
I should have took Starbucks and Dunkin' off the board. I just won both of them back to back, but
You should
Yeah,
have,
that's a good pick.
but you didn't.
No.
But you
I
got
did not.
Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, and Zaxby's. I feel like those are strong.
No,
I just got name recognition, but I don't think anybody actually goes to McDonald's, but it's still popular.
I like this draft. I feel good about it.
All
I'm
right.
happy with the picks. All right, guys. Brandon, that was Brandon picking 3 that were already picked is.
Well, I don't know why I didn't hear. First, I didn't hear you say it, and I never thought you.
It's
would
the
pick
Vietnam
Arby's.
War. Chill.
Yeah, I never thought you would pick Arby's.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm telling you, Banner Golf is going to be phenomenal. It's just going to be phenomenal. All right.
All right.
All right, guys. That wraps up the draft. This is a long episode. Wow.
Yeah, we gotta.
All right. Yeah, Ryan, you want to close us out?
Yeah. So mine's just going to be silly, but taking one from the GOAT based on the GOAT debate. I'm taking an MJ quote.
Just twist it in.
I lost it. Yeah.
I love it.
Ooh, I never looked at the consequences of missing a big shot. When you think about the consequences, you will always think of a negative result. AKA just send it. Don't think about it. Send it.
Like it.
Full send.
I love that.
it.
It's
That's
good.
perfect.
That's
All right,
it.
guys. Thank you so much for listening to the 10th episode. I had fun. I hope everybody else did too. But you guys, please comment, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all you guys. We love doing this. We're gonna have more Brandon for you, which I personally can't wait for. Paul's gonna be out for a couple weeks, so well, this is gonna be the lineup for a little while.
They're voting yes for more Brandon. We all want more.
Yeah,
Brandon.
we got like four polls we're putting out this week. All right,
I gotta have more Cowboys.
We want to see more Brandon. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you.